Hey homegirls, welcome back to the channel. It's Amber. I get a lot of questions about different furniture pieces that I've purchased in my home. From, do you like the fabric? What is the color? Do you really like the quality of the product? Is it good for kids? Which I cannot answer because I don't got no kids. Today, I decided I want to do the furniture review of all the things that I've purchased for this house thus far. And honestly share the good, bad, and the ugly, okay? I'm not holding anything back in my review. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. Okay, so we're here in the living room right now, and I honestly probably spend the most time in this living room. I absolutely love the living room, from the couch to the table to the accent chairs that we have. I got some opinions, y'all. I have some opinions about each piece, and while I do love each piece, I gotta give y'all the real. So let's start with the accent chairs. So the accent chairs are from the Studio McGee collection from Target, and I absolutely love these chairs. It's crazy because they went viral. They went viral like when I was looking to like purchase some accent chairs, and I remember seeing, actually I really wanted the dark brown ones originally. I remember seeing them and I could not get them for the life of me. Like every time they would come back in stock, it would sell out within like 20 minutes, like 20-30 minutes, which is crazy. So they definitely went viral. Everyone was loving these chairs, but I saw the gray ones and I was like, you know what? The gray is not my first choice, but I'm gonna order these chairs and try them out just to see if I like the vibe. And if I hate them, I'll take them back to Target. Like, what do I have to lose? And honestly, the gray was the best choice I could have made, in my opinion, for this living room space. Like, I think that the brown would have been nice, but I just feel like it wouldn't be a vibe in the space that I've created as of now today, like looking at it. It just would have been a little too like monochromatic in my opinion. I think the gray was a good call, and it ties in with some of the cooler tones that I do have in my kitchen. But I absolutely love these chairs. I honestly don't have anything like super bad to say about the chairs. They're not, I will say they're not the most like comfortable chair, but I do love the aesthetic of it, and you know, it serves its purpose. Like, it's comfortable enough. It's not something that you obviously can fall asleep in. Like, it's a barrel chair. Barrel chairs in general are not like really that comfortable anyway. Also, the good thing about these chairs is that because of the material, so it is like a suede type of material, it is easy to clean. So I literally, like, if I spill something on it, I can easily wipe it up. So that's the nice thing about them. I think they are or would be kid friendly, but again, I don't got no kids. This is definitely one of the best buys that I feel like I got for the house. Moving on to the coffee table. Y'all, this was truly a finesse purchase. And what I mean by that is I feel like I got so lucky because my taste sometimes is given champagne taste on a bare budget. And when it came to coffee tables, my budget was given bare budget because I just could not rationalize spending $1,000 for a coffee table. Like, I just didn't feel comfortable with that. I couldn't rationalize that for an actual coffee table that like I wasn't eating on. It just didn't make sense to me. At one point I was thinking like, I am not gonna find a coffee table that I actually like. I randomly like one day went into Rooms to Go with my mom. I actually had looked at this table online before I went in there. So I just randomly started searching the bigger box stores, and I ended up finding this table online. So I'm like, let me just go look at it in person. And when I saw it in person, I was sold. I was sold. And not only that, the price point was so good for the quality of this table. Now, I will say a couple things about this table. It is definitely that faux concrete looking type of table, obviously, if you're into that, because that was the vibe I wanted. I wanted like a concrete type vibe, and everything I was seeing was literally like $1,500 really, to be honest. It was over $1,000. One of the things I found is that it stains really easily, and it's so hard to clean anything off this table. So just keep that in mind. I've only been using like mild soap and water to really clean things, and getting like a microfiber cloth to really just get like stains off. So we really rarely put any like drinks or food on this table just because of that. It can stain kind of easily. I think that's the only thing that irritates me about this table, is that it's hard to clean. But other than that, the wear and tear and the aging over time has been beautiful, and I don't have any complaints about it. But yeah, for the price point, we'll take it, because who'd like to spend $1,000 on the table? Not me. The couch is probably the furniture piece I get the most questions about, especially because of the color and the style. I mean, it's a beautiful couch. I absolutely love this couch. When I saw this couch in the showroom at American Signature Furniture, I fell in love. I was like, this is it. This is it. But I went to the reviews, and if you've ever seen the reviews of this couch, I went to the reviews and I was scared because I'm like, the reviews were trash. People were complaining about the piling of the fabric. I did a lot of research. I did a lot of talking to the reps because I just could not find another couch I really love, especially for the price point I was looking for. I was committed to figuring out a solution, and I ended up getting another type of fabric. I'll leave all the details of like what I chose and everything down below because I cannot remember for the life of me right now. Now, even though I love this couch, is it kid friendly? Again, I don't know, I don't got no kids, okay? But I have spilled some things on here like ketchup, wine, all kind of things. I don't see stains or like things like that. I also have like a really good stain remover, which I'll leave it down below in the description box. That has been a lifesaver of just keeping this couch clean. And the key is, if you have a lighter color couch, especially this one in particular, clean it up right then and there. Don't let it sit. I will say it is high performance fabric, so keep that in mind as well too, but I think you could get away with not getting the high performance fabric and be just fine. We lounge on this all the time. We sleep on this couch all the time. This couch gets a lot of use. The only thing I don't like about this couch is that the reviews were kind of right about the piling of the fabric. Every almost 2 weeks, I have to do what I call like a couch maintenance and really just make sure that I am vacuuming the couch a lot. I am making sure I'm using like my fabric shaver just to make sure that everything is good. And it really only like piles like more like in the front of the couch. This couch is a little bit more of a high maintenance couch. So if you don't want a pretty high maintenance couch, this ain't the couch for you. All right, we're in the kitchen now. This is truly the heart of the home. I absolutely love being in here and just cooking in here. And these bar stools really are like the star of the kitchen. I absolutely love these. It's crazy because these bar stools, I posted them on TikTok and it went viral. And for some reason, people were kind of confused by my TikTok video. They were like, what is this? What is this gadget? Why does it lean back? I don't know why the designer of this chair made the chair fold back, but I think it's a really good idea. Just imagine sitting in your chair, and you just want to like lean back. How comfortable is that? Instead of just like being so restricted and you're just like, you can lean back, you're comfortable, like it's all good. So I absolutely love this chair. It is a lighter color. At this point, you guys know I'm not afraid of lighter colors in this house. As you can see, the palette of my home is neutral. And I did that on purpose because if I ever want to put pops of color in my house, at least I have a neutral palette to work with. To be quite honest, this was one of the first purchases that we got for this house. And this chair looks phenomenal. And we eat on these chairs all the time. People sit in these chairs all the time. They are ridiculously comfortable. I love the fabric, but I've spilled things on this chair and have been able to get them up with just like a really good cleaner. So the key is to just have tools in your house that you can actually clean up your messes, because we're all human. We're gonna make messes even as adults. Like, I'm gonna make a mess, okay? Guaranteed every time. I don't really have anything bad or negative to say about this chair, so I highly recommend these bar stools. Learn from me and do not cheap out on your breakfast nook, on a place that you're going to eat at almost every day. Get a quality piece. And I don't care if it's thrifted. Get a quality piece of furniture. Let me start with positives. I will say I do like this table for the price. Would I buy it again? No. Would I buy these chairs again? No, 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 no. It was a really hard assembly. I'm not linking the chairs down below. I'm just not doing that. I'm not gonna do that to anybody. I will link the table, and I'm not telling you where I got them from, only because I just don't want to bash the brand. I think the brand is a good brand, but they also have different sellers on the site. But the seller themselves of this chair, like, no. Now they were nice. You know, I called them, I told them about my issues. I was like, I want to send these chairs back because at that point, I'm like, it's defective. Like, what am I gonna do? One of the chairs, me and Dante were trying to screw in the actual seat of the chair. They were like, look, we'll give you your money back. Don't worry about it. So at that point, we were like, okay, how can we like jerry rig one of these chairs and get it to work? Because now we like got a free set on accident, and like, what are we gonna do with these chairs? There's nothing we can do. So maybe we can try to make the other chair work, and if it doesn't work, we'll just like donate the other 3. We end up being able to glue the chairs with some wood glue, which again is very janky. Just recently, one of them actually popped up and we had to re-glue it. It's just a very janky way to live. I just don't want a piece that I have to sit in every day, like wondering, is it going to break down? And that's not a good feeling. That's why some things are worth investing more than others, and the breakfast nook is one of them. If I'm using this all the time and I'm sitting on the chairs or I'm eating on the table all the time, invest in better pieces. Learn from me, okay? Learn from me. I will say I do love the fabric though, and it makes me sad that I don't like these chairs because I want to love them so bad. The fabric is absolutely beautiful though. It's a really good quality fabric. It's just the chair itself. And I just hope they get it together. I hope they get it together and are able to manufacture a better assembly of the chair. Back to the table. Again, the table is okay for the price, like I said, but the scratches, the amount of scratches that are on this table, I don't know, it's not giving. And it's almost like they didn't seal the top of the wood, or this is probably not even real wood. I don't know. It's just not giving. And honestly, that's what I get. I should have known better. I will say, I mean, now you could say like the scratches give it character. I mean, that's how it's supposed to look over time. And yes, true. I love a good character piece. I just don't like how this is wearing and tearing. It's just not, it's not giving. So if you see a new breakfast nook set like pop up in the next year or so, that is why. This one is just, it just was a bad purchase. And we will be eventually replacing this, but not now. It's not priority. Just know the next breakfast nook, I'm investing more money because I just, y'all, this ain't it. This ain't it. But I love the aesthetic. All right, let's go to the dining room. First and foremost, if you have not seen the dining room makeover, what are you doing? Watch that video after this video. I gotta talk about the star of the show here. That is the Reed table from Pottery Barn. This was the best purchase I've ever made for this house. I'm obsessed. I love this table. This is what I'm talking about in regards to a quality dining room table. I should have honestly bought this type of table for my breakfast nook and a more, maybe, I guess, less of a quality dining room table for the dining room, because we don't really dine in this room all the time. But we will use this room. This is not a room that's gonna just sit there and just not be utilized at all. So that's why I opted for a more quality table. I will say my only thing with this table is the width of it. So I love the length. Like, you can add leaves on the end and you can make it longer so it can seat at least 8 people. But the width, I would have imagined the width of the table be a little bigger than what the width is right now. So that was the only thing that disappointed me. It's not, you know, it's not as spacious as I would like. It's fine. It's a beautiful piece. And again, if you have a smaller space that you really want this table to be in, I think that it fits perfectly, especially length and width wise. I did purchase the matching bench for this table and I do like it a lot. I mean, I've sat on it all of like, what, 2 times. It's not the most comfortable bench, but it is a wood bench. And honestly, I like it for the aesthetic of it. You can't always put, I mean, a cushion on it, but honestly that takes away from just the warmness of the wood, and it just like the aesthetic of it. Like, I necessarily wouldn't put a cushion on it, but I can see why other people would for more of like a functionality thing, I guess. But I love it. It's a beautiful, again, it's a beautiful finish. Like, this wood honestly is good quality. The finish is beautiful and the color is absolutely beautiful. I love, love, love the color and the quality. So good. All right, I definitely want to give my thoughts about this chair. This chair is so good. This is the Pottery Barn Duke, and I love this chair. The thing I like about this chair is low-key. I ain't gonna even lie. I'm not gonna even flex. I didn't think this chair is gonna be comfortable because it's an all-wood chair, and I'm not putting no cushions on this chair. I literally was like, we gonna make it work. I like the aesthetic of the wood. It just is what it is. This chair is actually quite comfortable. I sit in this room a lot if I just don't want to sit in my office just to do work. I feel like this chair has really helped me with my posture because my posture is not as good as it probably should be. But the structure of this chair just really, again, like helps with the posture and making you sit upright. But it is pretty comfortable, especially for it to be kind of this all wood chair. I am quite surprised and pretty pleased with the purchase. This was a really good purchase, and you can never go wrong with like a black chair. It's easy to clean, and I think that it's gonna age beautifully over time. I will say these pieces that I just reviewed have only been in my home for about 3 months. Only time will tell how they really wear and tear over time. Because I have bought a lot of pieces now and have seen a lot of pieces in other people's home, I can kind of tell off rip what's good quality and what isn't, and what is going to really age nicely over time. And I really think these pieces will stand the test of time. But I think this would be a nice dining room set if you did have a family. I wouldn't be worried about kids spilling food on this chair because it's wood. You can clean it up, it's black. I low-key like think that it's really like a nice little set for a family, and it's aesthetic, so it's like a win-win for both. All right, welcome to my incomplete bedroom. I definitely wanted to make sure I had at least a dresser, nightstand, and a bed. Which when we first moved in this house, we actually had our queen size bed, which is ridiculous in this bedroom because this bedroom is huge. So I absolutely love our bedroom, and I love this bed in particular. For a long time, I have been eyeing this particular bed frame, and I knew once we purchased this house that this was gonna be the bed frame in our bedroom, and it's absolutely beautiful. I love the fabric, how neutral it is. I think it's gonna really bring my vision to life once we actually do the bedroom. I have no complaints about the bed frame. Really good purchase. Again, will be down below in the description box. I think for the price point, especially for a king size bed, it was a really good price point considering like the other cost of bed frames this style and vibe. So the nightstands themselves, it's definitely the aesthetic and vibe that I was looking for. Because I went for a lighter color headboard, I wanted to do a contrast. I love to do a good contrast in my home, like light to dark ratio just has to be a nice ratio. And I knew I always wanted to do a darker like nightstand situation. Again, these are aesthetically pleasing for the price that we paid for them. I don't feel like the quality is the best, to be quite honest. I don't know if it's because we don't have like a lot of items in here, but if we pull these like drawers out too far, this thing will come like tipping over, which is crazy. And again, it may be us. Maybe it's not enough things in the dresser drawers. All in all, I think for the price point, the quality is not really where I would have liked these nightstands to be. Let's talk about the dresser. First and foremost, if you order this dresser, do not attempt to take this dresser up your stairs if you do have stairs in your home, because when I tell you guys, me and Dante, we thought, oh, it's fine, we can take it upstairs. First of all, the drawers don't even come out. They don't even come out. And sorry, this drawer was a little stuffed with Dante's stuff in there, which the drawer situation is a whole nother situation. But the drawers don't even come out. Like, we tried everything. It already came put together when they delivered it. It's a white glove delivery, which I like, especially for the price that we paid. But it is a white glove delivery, which means that everything comes already assembled. But they do not move it up the stairs unless you pay extra for that, or move it into your home, like, you know, in another room. So they're really supposed to, I think the delivery that we chose, they're really supposed to leave it like in front of your garage, but we begged them to bring it in the house, and they just left it kind of like in the front room at the time because we didn't have anything in there. But when I tell you me and Dante struggle, I almost died, okay? Dante was literally like pulling it up the stairs. I'm like pushing it, and I'm just sitting here like, I hope Dante do not like let this thing go, because this thing is extremely heavy, and if he let this go, it's over. It's over for me. It is over. Luckily, he didn't let it go. I'm here today to tell the story. As you can see, it is identical to the nightstands. I do like that the sets are somewhat matching. I will say if I could go back again, I wouldn't have this matching set, and this is the only thing I would ever do a matching set for, by the way. Similar to the nightstands, the quality is not exactly where I would want it to be. I mean, again, I know things will wear and tear, but I just feel like the quality should be a little better. For example, for the price that we paid for this particular dresser, there's no depth to the actual drawers that are in the dresser. So it may look like there's a lot of drawers, right? So you're thinking, oh, there's a lot of storage. You're wrong. You are wrong. There's no depth. There's no depth. Like, it's not, the drawers are not deep enough. You really can't store a lot of clothing in these. And it's not like we have like a ton of clothing, but for the clothing that we have in there, like, it's really, it's pushing it. It's pushing it. And I don't like that about this set. Like, it's just not functional. It's just aesthetic. And I don't like that. I don't like getting things that are just aesthetic and not functional, because we have to store our clothes in this, and it's just, it's not, yeah, it's just not given, especially for the more bulkier items. Dante has like a lot more kind of like sweatpants, some of his items like sweatshirts, things like that, that we like to like fold up, that are a little bit more bulky. That is definitely the biggest con about this. I would not buy this again, to be quite honest, if I had to go back. But if it is for like a kid's room, or if you're single and you have this all to yourself, I think it is a good buy. But if you have a partner and you need a little bit more storage, you just need more depth, this is not it. This is not it. It also would be good for a guest room too, because guests hypothetically shouldn't be storing things long term in your dresser drawers. Like, it's just for them to unpack and then like leave. So this would definitely go in our guest room in our next home. I think it's a beautiful piece. It's a nice piece, but again, for the price point, I wish that there was more depth for the drawers and the quality was just a tad bit better. All right, that is the end of the video. I hope you all enjoyed this video and my review of all the things that I've purchased for my home so far. Be sure to give this video a like. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.